I came to see that if God did indeed design this planet and design the human body, he did it in a way for our benefit, not to keep us from having fun, but to give life to the fullest, as Jesus said. A lot of people don't look to the church for advice on how to have the best time on earth, but I'm convinced that's true. In fact, there are lies floating around that I've looked at very, very carefully. One of them is about sex. I heard from Billy Graham one time that the average American male thinks about sex every 7 minutes. So, at least you guys here have been thinking about sex while I've been talking, so I might as well talk about it, right? Okay. Now there's a song, some of you know, by a great group called Bloodhound Gang. And the song goes like this. You and me, baby, we ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. Do you know that song? Okay. Well, now that is not a philosophy of sexuality that you would get from the Bible. But it is a philosophy of sexuality that you hear all around us in culture. Billboards, advertising, movies, and very clearly in this movie. We're mammals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. And that sounds very attractive because we like sex and we're mammals. But it breaks down. I've been studying mammals, and in fact, in December, I went to South Africa and spent a lot of money going to game preserves. And I watched how they do it on the Discovery Channel. And this is what I learned. The person running this game preserve said, now, if you want hippos, you can't have just 2 hippos. They will never produce any babies. You have to have 3. You've got to have a big male, a slightly smaller male, and a female. Because the only way a male hippo will mate is if he beats up a smaller hippo, and then he'll get excited and mate with the female hippo. Some people would say that is how humans do it, but well, then we looked at lions. Now, lions are very different. They only have sex two times a year. Every 6 months, they go into heat, and it lasts for 72 hours, and they have sex every 20 minutes for 72 hours. They're completely obsessed. And then they forget all about it for the next 6 months. They go around chasing gazelles and impalas and things. Now, I actually live in a part of the country, in Colorado, where I see mammals doing it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. A few weeks ago, it's always about the 3rd week in September, I hear this noise early in the morning. It's a great noise. It's elk bugling. And I go outside, and there's this one bull elk. He's got a big rack. And then there are other little bulls, and their racks aren't quite as big. And for a week or so there, they fight each other until the one with the biggest rack wins. Again, maybe like humans, I don't know. And then that one who wins has, in this case, about 30 to 40 cows. And they kind of hang around my backyard and eat all the flowers we've been planting all summer. And I watch them. And this guy, like the lion, is totally obsessed with sex. He's got 40 cows to take care of. And for about 2 weeks, that's what he does. And I can be out on my front steps videoing him, and he doesn't care. Okay, so Bloodhound Gang tells me, you and me, baby, we're nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. Well, I look at how they do it, and I find that it's not really how most humans I know do it. Do you remember the scene when, in A Beautiful Mind, where the Nobel Prize-winning mathematician goes up to the girl in the bar, the woman in the bar, and says, I never was good at this social stuff, so why don't we just skip the small talk and get to the place where we exchange bodily fluids? Like the mammals do it, right? Slap right on the side of his face. Worst pickup line ever. in movies. And we don't, most of us don't like doing it in broad daylight with people videotaping us. Now, there are a few perverts out there, but most of us don't like that. Most of us don't like doing it with 40 people at once. Most people I know. And most people think about it at other times of the year than the third week of September. Or twice a year in the case of lions. And in fact, the more you study human sexuality, the more what stands out is how different it is from mammalian sexuality. Mammalian sexuality is all about creating new hippos, new lions, new elk. Human sexuality is about creating intimacy, creating relationship. And the more you study it, the more you realize it's really not how other mammals do it. It's unique. It's different. It touches not just bodies, but souls. And every aspect of human sexuality. Some of these things I can't talk about, but you can read about them in my book. Every aspect of human sexuality underscores that. So when I look at this planet, and when I look at just the evidence it's given us, I think, God may not be so dumb after all. God may understand the humans that He designed, the humans that He created.